What is up, guys? Hey, real quick, I just, in case you're watching and keeping up, I just want to let you know, I made a trade just before the deadline. I had a backup tight end, which I wasn't really using, nor did I really want to keep. His last name was Johnson. I don't remember his first name, but I don't need him. I've got Mo Ali Cox, who I think fits my offense a little bit better. He's better at blocking. So I got Mo Ali Cox back there, and I already have Vermouth, who just came off the injury, list or whatever. So I've got three tight ends. They're all pretty good. I had four, and I desperately, in my opinion, needed a corner. And I really needed to get younger at that position. So I felt I made a good trade. Let me show you who I got here. I got Asante Samuel Jr. from the Chargers. They needed a tight end. This is why I always tell my son to trade for people who need a position, because I got him for my tight end, who was like a 70 something. Forget what he was. Maybe he was an 82. I don't remember. No, I think it was 70, 78 or something like that. So I traded him in a 5th round pick for Asante Samuel Jr. So I felt I got a really, really, really good young player at a really good bargain. And I've got now my corners for the future there. Kyle Fuller's a great corner. I can stick him in the slot. I can put him anywhere. In reality, a veteran like this just would be so versatile for a defense like mine. And I'm going to be grooming Abito as part of my future. Taylor as well. These two guys. So Fuller, I probably won't resign him. I'll probably keep these two. Stay with Asante Samuel Jr. and Jalen Johnson. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. And I actually made him look like what he looks more like in reality, as far as like his swag, his gear. And anyway, what else did I do? I think that's about it. I had to fix my depth chart, because every time you have an injury or something and they come back, your depth chart completely gets reset. So if you guys are having an issue with that and you're playing Madden and you're wondering why, oh shit, why are these players changing? It's probably because you have an injury, and when they come back, you have to oh God, I'm losing my train of thought. You have to redo your depth chart every time. So just make sure you're redoing your depth chart. Always set your slot corners, set your slot receivers, select your linebackers, fix that up and everything. So it makes a big difference. It really, really does. And put the players you want in there. Like example, oh shit, Sherfield's supposed to be here in the depth chart. He's supposed to be up in the depth chart. Oh no, my depth chart. Yeah. So example, like I have Smith, who's 3 points higher, but I like Sherfield as my slot. I think in reality he'd be a pretty good slot receiver, so I have Sherfield in my slot. And then this Traquan Smith, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I think I'm just going to let him go. And Shahid I'm going to keep, but he's injured. So anyway, I'm showing my tight ends real quick. Molly Cox. In fact, I think I'm going to put him a fullback. No, Trotman seems to be the better fullback. So anyway, we'll leave things exactly the way they are. I'm going to have to reset it again when players come back. I do have some injuries here. Let me show you real quick. Fairly good amount. They're coming back though. Pete, I can't wait for him to come back. Shahid, I can't wait. He's important. I pay him like $4 million a year to kick return kicks and shit. Devin White, obviously, he's like my best defensive player, just about. He's out for one more game. So next week I'll be resetting my team, and then 2 weeks later I'll be resetting the depth chart again. So, but I have a massive injuries on linebacker. I still do have Pete Warner and some solid linebackers there. I've got a good pass rush, and really, I think now really good DBs. So, or at least solid ones anyway. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next game, and let's go.
It's week 8 of the NFL, and our focus goes to Jalen Johnson, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Saints and the Giants under the lights on Thursday night.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin along inside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Saints in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
When did he get hurt? I didn't see him get an injury last week. What is his injury? Madden will do this every once in a while too. Well, they just throw him out of the game. He's just out for the game. Just magically dislocated wrist. What, are you gonna jerking off?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Able to avoid him at the 40. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle with Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Steps away. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Giants are off now with a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. So the completion good for 7 there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Jones now on 3rd and 2. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. He's got Slayton on the slant. On the move past the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speedboat. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact and the next-gen stats. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now, fair catch is called. We'll call it the 37-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how... Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. So, Charles, you know, offensively, this group really playing at a high level. 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, like my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with 4th down and 1. Back to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Oh, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll look to throw here on first down. And here's Freiermuth again. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trent Sherfield, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are back within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute... for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A first down carry for Barkley to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say,
touchdown! Wan'Dale Robinson from 21 yards away, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. He notched his 15th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive. And they'll look to keep it going here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch. And normally, he's a sure-handed target.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw again. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll decide to keep this once more. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep your defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
He's got the 1st down. He's got a big game going right now. Already over 100 yards receiving in this first half alone. Looking to throw. Jones. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 39 yards there, a big one. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd and goal, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it. Because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Agnew now to return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game planned for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. On 2nd down, here's Barkley looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Jones throwing on 1st down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And one final game to highlight. It's Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Bucks. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw here.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll drop to throw.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10.
So they were... coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive.
Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now Jones.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And the Giants send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The 30, 10, 5. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery on a Giants touchdown.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2nd and 9 now. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A couple of big plays for him now on this drive alone. He's got another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Second and 6. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Mostert. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. And that run caps off a 99-yard drive.
Would it be safe to say that that finishing run is an exclamation point on this one?
Big time. I mean, 99-yard drive.
I mean, when you start that, all you're thinking about as an offense is somehow trying to create room for your punter. And if you can get 2 first downs, you've considered the drive a success. I don't know what you call this, all the way down putting in the end zone. That's pretty spectacular.
Ultimate success. And in hot. Should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing Jones. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Bulldozes past him. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's Jones on first down. He's going to look deep down the field, and that is incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
First target, first catch, and a first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. 2nd and 10. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 71 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. It's Barkley on the counter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Now Jones on 3rd and 2. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Got an open man, it's Pickens. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
They're going to look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Saints are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Right back to him on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll give it down at about the 37, well short of the first.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And now out come the Giants. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Looking to throw. Jones connects with Slayton. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Gonzalez's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. A little under a minute to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
St. Brown on the catch. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Giants, they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.